Marcus Smart going tonight?
No.
Same starting lineup as?
Same starting lineup as last time.
You said you were going to run Marcus through some tests.
So he did a greater progression of running, and then started to go through some of the lateral movements, and just had some soreness going through it. So he'll be unavailable tonight and stay on this day-to-day thing, and hopefully progresses well enough to give it a go on our trip. But the plan is to travel regardless.
Do you have to keep reminding yourself that Jason Tatum's only 19 years old?
Yeah, I mean, I think because we're asking him to do a lot, and he is emotionally, probably advanced from what most people would be at being able to handle this at 19. I think a great example of that's that first game in Cleveland when, the first half was a real struggle, as you would expect on the road and in that arena, in that environment, with that much attention, and then to come out with 14 in the second just kind of shows that not much is going to fluster him. I think that he has a good emotional readiness that is very unique.
He was talking about just getting used to the travel schedule, which seems like it's already made an impression on him. I mean, when you're a rookie, what kind of hurdle is that?
Well, if it's already made an impression on him, just wait, right? So, I think that's why, we said in film the other day, listen, we're very young, we know that, and you can either learn from experience or you can learn from listening and watching film and talking to people who have been there, done that. And so talking to players that have been there, done that, listening to our our medical team and the people that help with sleep and nutrition and everything else, and because that's how you take advantage of being the best you can be through all this travel and through all this schedule.
Coach, what's the key to defending a guy like Porzingis? He's had back-to-back games now with 30-plus points.
He's really tough to guard. He's super skilled, and then obviously super long. So it's hard to put a guard on him. Guards oftentimes don't affect him, affect the rhythm of his shot. He just shoots it over him. Bigs oftentimes can't keep up with him. His ability to put it on the floor, his ability to stretch it out, his ability to cut and do unique cuts. I mean, how many guys can cut off of a lob and jump over people and catch it, and also can come off of a staggered screen and shoot it from three? He's a pretty special talent.
Coach, are you impressed with the way they're executing their offense?
I like the way New York's playing. I like what they're doing. I think they've got good players. Obviously the Oklahoma City game is a tough game for anybody going on the road in the opener like that, but I thought they played great, especially in the first half before it got away a little bit. And then the Detroit game, they dominated, and it was just one of those games where it just didn't go their way at the end. And Detroit had some really special individual performances as part of that comeback win. So, we're going to have to play well.
Coach, when you have as many new faces as you do and you've had to change on the fly with Gordon going down, what are some of the things that you're looking for from this group as they're kind of coming together here? Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is that we need to make sure that we're good at doing what we're doing, right, first, before we move on. We've had to do some minor tweaks. We've had to do some changes since Gordon's been out. It's going to take some time to get really probably a lot more in. We just need to do what we're doing better. I thought we did that a little bit better Friday night, but not great. And, our defense is going to have to be really, really good for us as we grow and learn how to score the ball together.
Is it too early to ask you what the identity of the team is, or what you think it will be?
About the identity of the team.
I've told everybody from the day one with this team in particular, and certainly is consistent with what we've said the whole time we've been here, is our identity needs to be growth oriented. I mean, if we're not committed to getting better, both individually and collectively, then we're not going to be good enough. And if we are, we'll see what happens, right? But that's the only way to go about this. And So no matter what, there's a lot that goes into that, as you know, Ian. I mean, you better be accountable. You better be willing to work. You better be able to focus on the next game regardless of what happened yesterday. Those are hard things to be. But if we can be that, I'll be really excited about, what we can accomplish together.
It allows you to just be whatever you turn out to be.
I think it's one of those deals where you do everything you can to put yourself in best position and let the results take care of themselves.
What makes Jason a good rebounder?
Well, he's got long arms, first and foremost. He stays in plays. And a lot of times he's guarding a stretch player, whether it's a 4 or a 3, so he can go rebound over the top. Very rarely is he in the midst of those, physical battles on the block where he's having to hold somebody off and get the rebound, although he has gotten a couple of those as well. But his length and his activity, and then I think he's got a pretty good feel for it. So we're going to need him to continue to rebound. I mean, it's something that we're going to have to continue to be good at as a team. And tonight's that's a big deal against these guys.
Sorry. With Marcus out, how...
Which one?
Marcus, both, but especially Marcus Smart. How important could be, both actually, could Shane be as a guy who, he is one of the new guys, is one of the young guys, but he's also an NBA veteran?
When we signed Shane this summer, we thought Shane was going to be a really important part of our team because, obviously when you have a guy that can play with other point guards, it gives you some versatility there. But I've always believed that you need a guy that can change the tempo of a game. If things aren't going your way, if you're not able to score, if you need to pick up full court and all that other stuff. And he's able to do that stuff, and it's something that I think he can really build off Friday night. But he's an important part of our team, whether he plays 4 minutes or finishes the game like the other night, because the ability to have somebody like that can change the tempo, I think, is really important.
What do you like about Terry coming off the bench?
I just like the way Terry's playing. I think Terry's been as consistent as anybody we've had all the way through the preseason. So I'm really looking forward to his continued growth. I mean, he's an important part of our team as well. He can play with Kyrie. He can play with Shane. He can play by himself as the primary point guard out there. So we're going to need him to continue to score, and we're going to need him to continue to defend for us.